We're off to another house. And once I had my first experience in a saltwater pool, I was like, oh my God. Like I can, if I accidentally open my eyes underwater, I don't come up and see everything like like Bill Cosby would see things.
I'm glad you mentioned Bill Cosby. That reminded me of a topic. If you're ready to change over to something else.
Sure.
Do you know who Cardi B is?
Yes, and I know her drama. Kyle, you should probably lay it out.
Jesus Christ. So Cardi B is very popular. Not a big fan myself. I heard her on Stern, and I felt like she didn't represent herself well. She came off as a low IQ individual, is what I would say.
Like Maxine Waters.
Exactly. I guess when she was a stripper, which is her last job, she would lure men to hotel rooms, drug them, and rob them. And she's openly came out and told her fans.
Kyle, that's not really that bad because she's a woman.
And these aren't song lyrics. This is a statement. This is what she said she did. And,
that's hilarious what you can get away with as a woman.
She felt like she was, I don't want to say obligated, but it was like, what else am I going to do? I needed money. I'm working as a whore. So obviously, you rob, because that's what happened. Guys would offer to pay for sex. She'd take them up, she'd drug them and rob them. And it was like sort of, well, I was broke. Obviously, that's how
She was not broke.
That's what I did. Okay, that's the version of it I read.
No, she's lying if she said she's a successful stripper. She's making $100K a year. She's doing very well for herself. More than that. Like on the low end, she's making $100K a year. Like she's doing very well for herself. And a lot of it's cash that's not getting taxed appropriately. Especially if you consider the kind of individual that she clearly is. I doubt she's reporting everything to the IRS if she's also robbing. I certainly doubt she's reporting her robbing income.
You need to report people. If you're out there stealing money, pay taxes on it. It just gets worse for you if you don't.
I love those, but yeah, scumbag individual, I guess, and just a real double standard there as well. Because if it was a guy drugging and robbing women, there'd be a real outcry. But she's a pop star, so that's all good.
Yeah, it's not that different than Bill Cosby. I can't is there any difference aside from the sex swaps?
Well, other than the rape part, that's pretty similar.
Oh, that's right. She didn't rape him. So you're right. Oh, my God. How could I leave that out? That's pretty much not as bad. Because he would drug them and rape them. She would drug them and steal their money.
It's definitely worse.
Given the choice, I'd rather my wallet be emptied.
I never robbed anybody.
I would never steal anything other than the virginity of an unsuspecting girl.
All right. Yeah, I'm glad you guys set my head straight on that. I don't know why I didn't catch that difference. I thought it was exactly the same, but with sex swap.
I know you're joking. I was like,
funnier.
There was the rape.
Was also robbing people.
Right.
This fucking idiot didn't even know I stole all his business cards. I was loaded on Cosby Show money, but something about it made me feel big and powerful.
Yeah, so she took their money. And I guess she didn't have sex with him. So that's fraud. Throw that on top.
That's hilarious.
So these girls that charge like exorbitant amounts of money for their premium Snapchat, there's been a wave of guys now who report them to the IRS. They'll engage in a conversation and be like, hey, how much is your premium Snapchat? Blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, it's this much. All right. And then they reply, report it to the IRS. And then they send the link that allows you to report individuals to the IRS. And they're just reporting them all. I love it. It's hilarious.